Bam! Cheers, everybody. What is up, y'all? So, as you noticed, Gina's not here. And speaking of which, we're still going to get our intro in. Check out the new intro for the Real Family-ish podcast. Bam! So, Gina is actually kind of getting a recovery on. So I'm proud of G. She's taking some self-care tonight. So I'm going to be holding it down with you guys. And we'll still go over like real family-ish topics. So you guys, I wanted to provide, again, a space for you guys to have a Q&A. So if you guys want to go in the chat, go into the comments, leave whatever questions you have related to, again, something that I don't talk about as much because I don't like talking about credentials and stuff. But being a nationally board certified health coach does a certain amount of expertise and experience, maybe more than anything else, especially the volume and the scale at which I've been able to apply it, especially over the last 2 years over the last 15 years working with 35,000 plus people. Again, I've seen a lot of different things, and being a health coach and having the experience there, I like to talk about different topics, whether it's, and there's 6 key areas. I posted about this yesterday that are really valuable in the health coaching space that I can speak to and I feel comfortable speaking to. So it's especially like sensations like smoking or trying to quit something, drinking, anything like that. Again, I'm not saying that this is advice or input, but I'm happy to speak to it with whatever qualifications kind of allot me to with being a health coach. Nutrition, physical fitness, blood pressure or overall like cardiovascular health, sleep, stress even, and then time management. And these are all things related to like goal setting and health coaching. I think it's still relatively, I'm going to say new in the sense of it's not commonplace. Like I was looking up the stat. I think there's only like 7,500 or less than 10,000 board certified health coaches throughout the US, or at least maybe through the whole country. So it means it's like gaining momentum, and I'm excited to be a part of that already and in the early adopting stages of it. But it means there's so much more to get out there and the word to get out there. So that being said, I'm also going to get into products. This is a sponsored stream, so I'm going to get into the products. I'm going to have them playing. And then as you guys have questions coming in from the chat, in the comments, I'll speak to them in between, or I can just have the B-roll running on the side. And, oh, what's up, Eric? And just displaying the product while I also talk. Because, again, I want to make it, since still the podcast theme, I want to make it more interactive. So, Eric, I was kind of just going over, again, any questions you have in the health space, especially as a board-certified health coach. I'm happy to offer up insight where I can. Again, this isn't advice. This is just my opinion and some insight going into the Q&A. So if you have anything, feel free to drop it, and we'll also get into the products here. And the first I have up is the car wash brush. And this is a 2-in-1. So this is something I was talking to Chuck about the other day, my business partner. And make sure you don't get your head caught in the pressure cooker. So yeah, I wanted to have some more of the products, since a lot of it, we have Coach Kelsey doing the nutrition stuff every month. I'm not doing as much of the live streaming meal prep. So I figured when I am talking about those products and I have them in the carousel, at least have them behind me so I can kind of display them, talk them, easy to grab. But anyways, yeah. Let's get into the first product. Wait for it. Wait for the suspense to build.
In this video, we're going over the Ordinato 2-in-1 car wash broom and mop kit. Now, the cool thing, there's a little variation in these two mops. One has a nice little slip and handle, so you can actually take it off the stick if you want to actually just keep it on your hand, whether it's...
Yo, don't you freeze on me. Wait for it.
Hitting
The suspense.
car, or even maybe for some inside cleaning. Now there's 600 of these little microfibers. They're 4 millimeters thick, so they're meant to be able to absorb. This is up to 44 inches in length and almost 12 inches across. Now the cool thing is super easy to set up. You just turn it to loosen it, turn it to tighten it. It's adjustable, omnidirectional, goes 180 degrees. Absolutely clutch, and it's super easy to pop on and off. Definitely a thumbs up, y'all.
Bam. And again, guys, I'm going to play the B-roll and just like the Shoppo videos I have for the products. But again, I want to go over different questions, go over Q&A topics. So if there's anything you guys want to talk about, even if it's not a specific question, but maybe more of a theme or a topic or anything like that, feel free to drop that in the chat. I'm going to keep kind of checking in with you guys. If the questions kind of stop, I'll play again, the B-roll going over the products that are sponsored, and then some of the other stuff I have in the carousel, like Eric, you're alluding to. I have some of the products behind me that are in one of the carousels, not the other. But yeah, just hit me with any questions, guys. We'll dig into it. But with that being said, let's go over. So these, and this was actually clutch. I have my tablet right here. I got my phone right here. Being in the car for any period of time with our kids, especially if they're going to have food, I know these wipes are going to come in handy because they always get their sticky fingers, and then they're going to touch the screens, especially now with tablets and everything is touch screen. So it gets all over the screen. So this is actually pretty clutch, whether it's for road trips, back to school, or anybody that has toddlers, kids, or like even yourself, man. Like, I don't know about you guys, but even just like, this is a random example. I also have my dinner over here that I didn't even like get into. I've been like, I'm going to pick at in between. Maybe I'm going to try not to have the eating sounds. But my point is I was breaking up the rotisserie chicken with my fingers. They get greasy. Like, obviously I wash my hands and stuff. But then if you like quickly, let's say I wanted to change a song, right, on my tablet, this can come in handy to help just kind of like clean up that screen. So let's break it down.
In this video, we're going over our lens and device wipes. Got 300 wipes here. Again, they're pre-moistened, and it comes, again, in this box, but I wanted to show you guys the individual kind of wipes, what they look like. Easy to open, easy to use, from camera lens to your glasses, to your smart device, tablets, whatever that's gonna look like, especially back to school. When you're using those devices, now is a great time. And the function, application of it, super easy. Definitely a thumbs up and a recommend.
Bam. All right. So what I'm going to do too, guys, I know there was questions that were coming in, whether it's, if you guys, again, want to drop the live questions in the chat, I'm also going to go over the questions that are in the emails that have come in. So let me see if I have any actually that I haven't talked about yet. And then we do have some themes and topics, but again, I want to have it more like interactive with you guys. Let me check to see, like, what is a health coach was a topic I even asked in a newsletter I sent out this week. It's kind of the theme of the topics we're posting about on social media this week. So if you guys want to hear more about that, but I also don't want to just assume what you guys want to hear. But anyways, as we go through this, again, this is a sponsored stream. So I'm going to be going through different products, sharing that insight. And if you guys even have a question on that stuff, or what we could do is, I thought it'd be interesting if you guys want to ask maybe questions related to health, or I could speak to how each of these products relate and speak to it from a health coaching perspective and be like, hey, where might they have value for somebody in a certain lifestyle? So even with the kind of tweezer kit and the eyebrow set, you'll see how self-care is a variable. And that's really big when it comes to stress and even just self-care in general around the health coaching and the mental health side of it, the cognitive behavioral therapy side of it. It's a really interesting dynamic, but let me just pull this bad boy up and bam.
In this video, we're going over the face-made tweezer and self-care kit. So as you can see, this has a slot for each one of the tweezers and the razors and the scissors. So you have pointed tweezers, you have slanted. This is actually super cool. It comes with a really nice kind of eyebrow razor to get you really fine and in there and precise with your kind of eyebrow care. We got our scissors here, nice little bit of curvature as well. Super sharp, get the job done. And again, this is clutch for a travel kit as well. And it has a nice little latch right here that goes over to make sure nothing's gonna spill or fall. Super compact, easy to travel with, but I think it's just big enough where you're not gonna lose it either.
And that's like, again, the idea of self-care can take so many different forms, but I think the like root of self-care is that everyone should be practicing it. And it's going to look different for everybody, but it still should be something that you're all paying attention to, and myself included. That's something that like Gina and I have talked about. With like, again, she's taking the night for some self-care. I can't support that enough. And then, oh, what's going on, Puerto Rican Ash? Hey, what's cracking? How you doing? All right, let's see what we got next. So again, Ash, what we're talking about on this stream is Gina and I were going to do our Real Family-ish podcast, but she's taking some self-care, which I think is awesome. So this is a time where I figure I'll do Q&A, anything relating like health coaching, because as a board certified health coach, I figured it's not something that gets, maybe I don't talk about that I am enough. And what is even a health coach? What can we do? What do we do? What value can we add? Some of the interesting dynamics around that. And then doing good. How you doing? Glad to hear you doing good. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be transparent. Like since last week, it's been kind of cray with Gina and I's nanny is not doing so great. So just kind of planning her care and like trying to support the family, especially being in distance. But at the end of the day, still got to be grateful. You know what I mean? No hat today. I'm shocked, right? Yeah, no. Going no hat for a bit. That's even like a whole nother thing. Like, not that like there's anything wrong with wearing a hat, and like I probably will tomorrow. But with self-care, I'm trying to hold myself accountable by shaving and being not like, I'm not going to like my hair. I'm probably going to do every 3 or 4 days, but not going more than like 2 or 3 days without shaving, even on a face, not letting a lot like scruff hair growing in, just like a little bit of routine thing. Yeah, unfortunately, she has like just so much cancer they found that we didn't know about prior, and it's pretty much all terminal. So it means she's just facing like end of life. It's just a matter of like making her as comfortable as possible, and then trying to figure out like even the timeline of what that can look like and how we can support making that comfort care for her as just, again, ideal as possible. But dude, it's like, here's what I did on Sunday. I was feeling kind of bummed too. I actually, and then, oh, what's going on, Alto? Hey, good evening. So it looks like I've recognized from a live streaming perspective, if you want to drop your channel, by the way, you guys can like feel free to go follow Alto, drop in the chat, Alto, just feel free. I'm also saying Alto as if like you're cool with me just like abbreviating your name or cutting your name short. Let me know if that's even okay. Because I'm kind of a little nervous about saying Alto. Is it Alto Viz? I might have completely butchered that, so I apologize. But again, drop your channel. I love supporting our streamers here on the platform. And then, oh my God, did you tell the kids yet? No, I didn't tell the kids. I don't even know if I didn't even think about that, honestly. And here's the thing, like they know Nanny, but they don't see her enough to where I don't even think they'll know. Like, obviously they'll realize when we go to like the funeral and stuff, and maybe that's the time and place we'll have that conversation. But yeah, I didn't even think about that, honestly. Like dealing with just like the care side for her. I didn't even think about the kids side of it. But I'm also really excited because Tessa started gymnastics today. It was so cool. It was just like cute to see her jumping around, and like I love like being able to provide that for the kids and have those experiences for them. And then you got it right the first time. Woo, Alto V's. Okay. Well, Alto V's, thank you for dropping by. Again, drop your channel link in the chat so that everyone can go support you. For anyone that's not following you, like I don't like to assume like everybody's probably already following you. But hey, let's just drop it anyway and support. That's what it's all about. And then you should prepare them. Yeah, that's a good point. And then bam. All right, beautiful. Look at that right there. And then let me actually pull up the channel so I can go screen share really quick. I'm going to play a B-roll, and then I'm going to screen share your channel so everyone can go check it out as well. Bam. That's what it's all about, y'all. Like, and that's like, again, I'm really grateful for you guys to just being a part of this community, whether it's like for Gina and I streaming or the actual streamers on the platform and how supportive. From my experience, everyone is of each other. It's like super cool to just be a part of. And really like if I take that a step back and even look at like all the networks or different aspects of communities I'm a part of right now, is like all the support. And that's like obviously a reason why I'm like choosing to be a part of them, I think, or even attracted to them in the first place. Wait for it. Building the suspense. And
so in this video, we're looking at the Lenshan portable multi-device charger cable. So now this has the lightning cable you're going to plug in to your outlet box, and then you're going to have the option to have 3 different USBs and a lightning cable as well. Now, you're going to want to make sure that this is plugged in. This is not just to be portable without having an outlet connected to it. And then you'll be good to go. Again, having multiple devices in one shot is definitely a thumbs up. Easy to travel with, easy to move with. Again, it has that lightning cable. The box is not included, so you're going to want to have either like the box or the outlet for it separately. You plug this bad boy in, and then you can use it on multiple devices here. Definitely thumbs up though, y'all.
All right, let's give some love for Alto V's. So he's saying, yeah, I always appreciate the love and support. It makes a big difference. Yeah, totally. Like, dude, again, I'm making a really big push right now with Gina. While we're doing this $1,000 gift card giveaway. So by the way, guys, if you don't know about the giveaway, check the banner below. Our link tree has the link up to it. For Gina, myself, and Anna, the professional goddess, we're doing $1,000 Amazon gift card giveaway. I'm super pumped to just be able to give back to you guys like that. And I'm really grateful at the opportunity and the fact that you guys want to be like a part of this community, you know? So, all right, let me get my screen share on here so we can share your channel. What? So again, she dropped it in the chat. Let me drop it in my other channel as well so you guys can see that. Bam. Unmuted, empowered, and unmuted. I shop, I motivate, I read, I empower, and I podcast. I'm mompreneur, techie on the rise. I love it. Check it. Check all this stuff out. Boom. Health is wealth. Fact. I love that whole just category right there. This is something I got to do actually that I'm going to just spend some more energy on is like breaking up all my products into different lists to categorize them a little bit better for you guys. And I wonder if you guys have a preference on that too. And then does your Amazon let me get free rings and write reviews? Oh, get free things and write reviews. So no. And so here's the thing. You guys got to be really careful. Well, maybe you don't, Ash, but like in general, and Alto V's, I'm curious your perspective or experience to this. Like I get hit up by tons of brands that are like, hey, we'll give you a free product in exchange for a review. But that's completely against Amazon's policies and like bylaw. Like pretty much, and there was an article released, like over 600 brands got removed from Amazon for just doing that. And then if you're associated with that, you're running the risk of having your account banned, especially someone that's an influencer on the platform and I generate income from it. I'm way more sensitive to like not risking that. And also just integrity wise, like not that I don't think there's anything wrong for getting like a free product or like a lot of the products that I have are free and I'm paid to talk about them. But the difference to me is like with these reviews for products, I say, hey, give us a 5-star review. It has to be 5-star. It has to be like none of these brands tell me what to say. They're just like, hey, here's the product, talk about it. That's it. And I'm very transparent with you guys. Like I say it in the title, this is sponsored. Like I'm trying to be as open as possible about that. So you guys know that. But so how do you get free stuff? So you don't like realistically, unless Ash, if you want to become an influencer on the platform, that's the best way to do it. Like you can apply for it. That's actually a good question. So let me pull up. I'm actually going to pull up the website for this for you guys because it's for Amazon anyway. Amazon influencer. You just got to like Google Amazon influencer program. I'll show you guys exactly how at least what works for me. So you go. This is how I did. I signed up for the Amazon influencer program. Boom. You're going to connect your Amazon account. It'll like ask you a bunch of questions to see like your social media following, blah, 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 blah. Then once you get approved, there's actually like companies that'll just give you stuff for free and pay you to talk about it. But again, yeah, exactly. Against the Amazon laws. So many brands want to cut corners. Yeah. And it's just like, you're just hurting everybody in the long run. You know what I mean? It's just, and there's like a lot of like sketchy black hat tactics that like even on one of the, and this is what's cool again about the like live streaming Facebook community or the influencer community is like there's a Facebook group and one of the speakers in the Facebook group was talking about some of the black hat tactics versus like white hat tactics or like, and then there's like the gray area in between. And again, like when you're like cutting, eventually, it may not be right now, but eventually you're going to get found out and it's just you're going to lose everything. Like it's just not in my humble opinion. So Ash, to your question, how you get free stuff, apply to be an influencer on the platform. And then once you get approved, you can actually like reach out to brands. Brands will reach out to you. They'll give you free stuff. They'll pay you to talk about it. It's like really cool, but I'm making it sound super easy and simplified. And like, and maybe from my experience, it seems easier now that I've been doing it, but like even shout out to Johnny Buck. He's the owner of Rogue Combat Club. in Asheville, North Carolina, the gym that I have a sponsored strength. We got this week, guys, I've been putting together the equipment. I wanted to talk to you guys about that. Lots of cool stuff. So what I'm going to do is while I'm talking, I'm also going to play a B-roll just so I can kind of have the products displayed, and we'll dig into them a little bit. And you guys can ask me questions, but while I'm talking and ranting, I figured it'll be helpful. And first I got to find it. Bank. Mute this bad boy. Kick my picture back in. So I'm really excited about the gym. We got the strength conditioning space slowly coming together. I put our second piece of equipment together today, a ski erg. Yesterday we did a right fit squat power rack. I have the right fit bands in their belt in the carousel below. We'll get into that. And then in the other carousel, I have the squat rack. So I wanted to actually, let me see if I have it right here, because I do want to talk about it. And I'm shooting B-roll for it right now, but I'm going to be really transparent with you guys. Actually, I don't even think I have it in the carousel. I just have it on my storefront because it's something that I got on my try. It's solid. It's a mid-tier price squat rack. And it's really cool with all the versatility it has. But I'm going to be honest, it could be one of two things. I still have to reach out to the company, so I want to be fair with this. It may just be the way I put it together, and it'd be a little spotty, or it just may be I feel like the quality of the systems and the brackets, the bolts, the nuts, the welding, all that fun stuff is on the cheaper side, which is why they're able to provide a certain price point. So I got also an even cheaper squat rack from that. And then I have my expensive Rogue squat rack that's a little bit more high end. Then I'm going to get another one for the gym because this one's going to stay here. So we got a lot of stuff to come, guys. I'm also really excited about that. Plus I have I don't even have this in the carousel, but I have tons of protein shakes that are pre-mixed that I've been trying every single brand, and starting with chocolate flavor to cross compare and then go over pros and cons for you. So that'll be a whole nother stream, and that'll be a fun one. Anyways, even just with the pulse ox, the thing I like about that, talking applying even to health and fitness and all that fun stuff, so a simple product like that can give you so much insight into your body's recovery, your training intensity, and being able to make adjustments over time and in that moment, which I think is super cool. These I just got. I actually don't even have B-roll, so I'm going to save the boxing gloves. I got them in a week or two ago, and I finally was able. I'm looking around because I have them right over here. Trying to see if I can grab them. It might be just too far. My point is that is I was hitting the bag outside because I set up a bag so I can get some work in at home when I'm not going to the gym. And they were nice, man. They're 10-ounce gloves, so they're meant for speed, not for heavy padding and sparring. So I would not spar with those. But I was actually really impressed because for the price point, let's actually look, see, we got an inlink coupon for them as well. Yeah, they got a $2 off inlink coupon, and they're $27. So for $25, I was really impressed and surprised with the how they felt, how they looked. Now, time will tell. I'm also going to come back and I'll make kind of a review when I got to hydrate here. When they've had a little bit more wear and tear time. And I'll kind of give some insight and see how they hold up. Because that's the thing. What tends to happen with gloves is even if they're great in the beginning, when they're cheaper price points, less than $100, usually they just wear down faster. So I'll see and I'll keep you guys posted. But so far, even after my first 2 uses, I really like them. And then, OMG, you single now? Nah, dude. Dude, I'm married, homie. I don't have my ring on. That's probably why you're saying that. That's a good point. So I'm not going to get too graphic on why I have my ring on right now. But there's one activity that I take my ring off for, and I just so happened to forgot to put it back on afterwards. But thanks for that reminder. Sorry, no ring. Yeah. Don't fool me. Jeez, I was happy for a minute. I hear you, homie. I hear you. Well, geez. Now you're making me feel bad and stuff. All right, let's get into. So I was talking about right fit. So now let's talk about the weightlifting belt, the resistance bands. And again, if you guys have questions, if you're just joining, just tuning in, feel free to ask any questions in the chat, in the comments about health coaching, anything health, lifestyle, fitness, the products I have in the carousel, anything like that. And then I won't ask what you were doing. Yeah. Self-explanatory, I feel like. And then yeah, exactly. That's actually a story I told on the podcast a month ago, or 3 weeks ago or a month ago, when we had Anna on, and we I would save this story for when we were off Amazon because I don't want to say it while we were live on Amazon. We're on YouTube. So if you guys want to check that out, you can go onto YouTube. We also have the Real Family-ish podcast live on any of the other platforms you can catch podcasts. I'm going to be updating and putting out a bunch of the episodes all at once. I think we're going to save the entire season, or at least half the season, and then drop them. So they were kind of backlogging a bunch. So I'll keep you guys posted on that as well.
All right, y'all. So in this video, we're going over the right fit back brace or back support while you're weightlifting. So it has this little arched rounded edge. That's going to be perfect.
Hold on, I gotta say, yeah, Jen. What's up, homie? Wait for it. The video was playing. Now let's see. I might have to reload it. Let's see. Let's try that one more time. What's going on, Jen? How you doing? Ooh, Jen, by the way, I'm going to be in Vegas next week. I'm coming in for a business conference with Will and Lester. So I'm going to be in, I think, Wednesday till Monday. So I got to hit you up. I got to hit up a bunch of people. See if we can get like breakfast or food or go out for dinner or whatever.
All right, y'all. So in this video, we're going over the right fit back brace or back support while you're weightlifting. So it has this little arched rounded edge. That's going to be perfect for a position straight up. And you can also see where it says right fit. That's how you know how you're going to position it. Nice and easy, simple loop through. It's got Velcro, so I'm looping it right through here. I'm going to Velcro it in to have it nice and supportive. And what I like to use this for, especially on heavier weighted pull-ups, using it for deadlifts, and being able to properly brace and breathe into it to support the back. It's not only great for heavier lifts, but also to be able to properly breathe and put pressure throughout your core and torso as you're going heavier on weights, or if you just need that added support. Check it out, y'all, and definitely a thumbs up.
Ooh, snap, Jen, you're open on Wednesday? Cool. I'm going to give you a buzz. I'll try and text you. Not try. I don't like that word try. I got to eliminate that. There's no try. Do or do not. You know what I mean? I'll text you this week, though, just to just to touch base, too. Hear some stories. And then, ooh, you look so skinny there. Listen, Ash, don't try and butter me up because you said I had a dad bod when I was working out whenever video ago. Or last one. But I also appreciate the transparency because I know when you say, hey, you look like you have a dad bod on that one, if you're saying I look skinny there, then you actually believe that. So I appreciate it nonetheless, even though I'm a little defensive and still a little hurt from the I'm just joking. And he said you would work out harder. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. And that's accountability. That's why I like working out and live streaming while I'm doing it because it holds me accountable too. Because that's why, if you guys notice this, I tell you the workout before I start it, even though I know I'm going to finish it, but I like saying it in a public sense because, again, the accountability, the added accountability of knowing hey, you guys know what I said I was going to do. Now you guys are going to see me and it's another layer to it. And that's something I really find encouraging for myself, but I would just share with everybody else too. Just because that works for me doesn't mean that would work for you. So that's the cool thing is I think figuring out what works for yourself and consistently showing up enough just to work through those whatever you want to call it, failures, learning opportunities, experiences, and then you can adjust and pivot and set yourself up for success in the future. So did you work out harder? I mean, it's less about working out harder. Yeah, I made sure I just was staying disciplined with my cardio, but it's actually the nutrition. It's that and some of the sleep behavior. It's these other patterns, the two big patterns that tend to go hand in hand is sleep and food. And overall, I'll look at my calories, my macros. And the thing is I tend to go over 300 to 500 calories on days where I don't need to. Meaning I can be in a calorie deficit on those days, but I notice I'll be 300 calories over, which doesn't sound like a lot. But if you do that every single day for a month, that's 2 to 3 pounds of fat right there. And that can in a month, or in 3 months, even that can add up pretty quickly. That's a little pro tip for you guys out there is pay attention to those little details. And here's a fun fact. If you look up the National Institute of Health, there was a study done that when people were asked, hey, how many calories do you think you eat every day? And they had them write down the number, how many calories they thought they ate that day. And let's say they thought they ate 2,000. When they actually looked up the actual intake from the portions, it was closer to like double the amount they thought they were eating. So it's like we're very bad, especially not paying attention to it, at guesstimating portions and sizes and calories. So that's why it's like takes reps and time, and like also understanding like when you're not sleeping enough, even your hunger cues can be thrown off, and it can shift what if you're learning to listen to your intuition and your hunger cues and all those things. If you're releasing more hormones that drive up that number when your body doesn't actually need the added calories, it can set you up for failure. And then I would guess so bad. Yeah, exactly. Guessing. And there's nothing wrong with, like, again, making an educated guess, but especially if it's stressing you out. But it's like also every once in a while, it's important to actually know, like, what does 8 ounces of something look like? What does a cup of something look like? What does, you know what I mean? Like 2,000 calories look like, or whatever that is. So you get an idea to compare it back to. And that's even something we talk about in the 12-week body recomp program. And shameless plug time, you can go to the website right here. Also, I realized I didn't drop my link tree in the comments so that you guys can see that, and I'll highlight that. Boom. We'll go to the link tree in a little bit as well. And then, oh, wow, never thought about that. Yeah, I mean, listen, I geek out about a bunch of the variables. And that's what's so interesting is like, and as I've gone through the credentialing process as a health coach, you know, obviously I'm taking like medical classes and working with medical professionals and like doing continuing education. So you learn. That's what I love about the health space from my experience is like when you have a license or a credential or certification, usually you have to continue education or continue with education to maintain that. So it's always an opportunity to like evolve and learn and keep up to date with the newest stuff. And one thing that stuck out to me was like, hey, we don't even 100% know why this happens. There's speculation that our body produces more ghrelin, which is the hunger cue produced in our gut, when we're not sleeping enough, but we're not 100% sure why. At least that's what like the medical team that was giving this presentation said to us. But the ultimate kind of point was we do know that our body produces more of it. And the theory maybe possibly is like, hey, it's trying to make up for energy that it's not getting from sleep. So it's going to make up with calories. Usually those calories are not going to be stored, or they're going to be stored as fat and usually not utilized for muscle or growth because you haven't changed the intensity of your workouts probably to match that. So anyway, it's very just like, I think it's interesting. And then F calories, I'll eat what I love. Dude. So, well, no, like that's the whole point. If you can eat whatever you want, but if you pay attention to the calories, at least one time in your life, you get an understanding of like, oh, okay, like one Snickers bar, for example, is like 1.5 miles to run. So it's like totally fine to do that. But do you want to add that added activity? Or are you willing to give up those 180 or 250 calories from elsewhere? And then the question we have to ask is then, are we also giving up vitamins and minerals by doing that? Because the Snickers isn't super nutrient dense. And maybe the other food you're going to give up was more nutrient dense. So it's like, then that's where maybe supplements can come in. There's like a whole, dude, it gets so, I'm hitting the mic here. I get excited. This is where Gina would reel me in because like, I get so excited. It can get so complicated so quickly. And that's what I was even talking to somebody about the other day. It's like, but we have, again, a systematic approach that we can adjust based on, again, blood work, body type, your body composition adjustments, your activity levels, stress levels, your age, you know, if you have kids or not, like so many of these things come into play. And the point of me saying all that becomes helpful so you don't have to guess and try these different things. It's like we can use the strategy we know is going to work based on working with over 35,000 people in just my like coaching lifetime alone. Ooh, what about honey roasted
peanuts? All right, y'all. So we're going to be looking at the...
Well, I'll get to the honey roasted peanuts in a minute. I'm just going to play this
Right Fit resistance band set. Now, the cool thing with this is it comes with a door stopper. You might be wondering, like, why is that cool? What's the benefit? So it goes right into the door, like I was mentioning, and it allows you to put your bands through this little loop. So we're going to slide it right through here so that you don't need a squat rack or anything like that. You literally just put this right into the door. You can set it either at the top portion of it, the bottom portion, whichever way you want it set up. Bam. Now I can go from a high angle to do pull downs. I can put it on the side or low to get a variety of angles and do a variety of exercises. We could do tricep extensions. We could do tricep push downs. We could do rows. We could do curls. Literally.
All right. You don't need me to name every single exercise we could do there. I just was kind of like letting it run for a second. And then, So yeah, to your point, Jen, yeah, exactly. Age is a huge factor. And really the reason age becomes important is especially depending on the age range, hormones are such a huge variable that start to shift. Even our metabolic rate, which is typically associated to hormones and like muscle mass. Because listen, like that's why like age is really just like cellular death and maybe our body's inability to repair itself, along with a shift in hormones and potential like I think the value though in age though is like life experience and like cool thing as we get older, our body becomes more usually either built into patterns. So if you've built really strong positive patterns, it's easier and like that's really something we can leverage. And then what's going on? Hey, what's up, Dixon? So yeah, and then Ash, to your question, so honey roasted peanuts. So here's the thing, like it's not a matter of like when you say what about them, you can eat them, like especially if you love them and they bring you joy. Like, hey, I'm all for that. The thing I would say to look at is all right, let's actually look at the nutrient profile right now. Like I'm gonna look up nutrient profile honey roasted peanuts. Because the thing about honey roasted peanuts is I'm willing to say because they're honey roasted, there's gonna be added sugar, right? So that's the one variable that can throw it off. But if we look at vitamins and minerals, I'm going to speculate because they're peanuts as a legume, they're going to have, and they have a lot of fat in them, that they have fat soluble. They're going to have fat soluble nutrients that'll have value with them. So vitamin D actually has 0, so that's not really good. Calcium, 25 milligrams. So there you go. You have at least 2% iron, 1 milligram, 4% potassium, 139 milligrams, 4%. So like really nothing significant in one serving, which is going to be about 150 calories. Positive though is there's no added sugar. It's only 1 gram of sugar total. 3 grams of dietary fiber. So that's not bad. You still got your 7 grams of protein. Like overall, I'm looking at the honey roasted peanuts from like nuts.com. I was like looking at some random website. Just looking at the serving, like not bad, honestly. I was expecting worse with the sugar. I was expecting more sugar, honestly. I was also expecting a little bit more in the nutrients per serving, but that's just like also peanuts may not have the best profile for higher protein, but it's still got decent fiber. The protein's not bad. What I always say to look for is for every 100 calories of a portion of something, try and have 10 grams of protein. And it's really cool math when you break it down because 100 calories, 10 grams of protein, that's 40 calories. That's 40% of the overall serving from protein. 40%. So that means that you're getting a decent amount of protein. You're getting full from it. Protein usually takes longer to break down. So it's going to buy you time. And if you have it with other foods, like something that has a little bit more carbs in it, it might actually slow down your body, actually turning that into blood sugar, insulin spike, and ultimately the potential for your body to take those calories and store it as fat. Like insulin by itself isn't like it's not a bad thing. It's your body produces it for a reason. It can be bad though when we have, because what all insulin's doing is taking those calories saying, hey, let's get this into the cell. Let's get it somewhere to either store or use for energy. And if we don't need to use it for energy from like working out or recovering post-workout, then let's store this bad boy as fat and move on and get those, like save those calories. That's the downside, right? And that's where insulin, like in a high level with a lot of calories coming in that's not being properly utilized or needed, is an issue. And then there's like subsequent like diabetes and all the ripple effects from that. All right, so let's shift gears here a little bit. Let's go into we got the mini massage gun. What? I mean, I'm loving the questions, by the way, Ash, and then just the talking points. So I appreciate you guys dropping in. Again, don't forget, we also have our $1,000 Amazon gift card giveaway. We're going to be announcing October 1st. You guys can still get in on that. I'll do a little screen share for you guys so you can see. I put the link tree right over here. So when you go to our link tree, you're going to see, let's pull this bad boy up. You're going to see this right here, link tree, boom. Then also, if you want to work with us, you can click on Transform Your Health, and it'll take you to how you can actually jump on a call with me, all that fun stuff. But click on the LOF $1,000 gift card giveaway. Gina, Anna, and myself are kind of collaborating on this bad boy. So we're all on the road to 2,000 followers, which allows us to apply to become A-listers on the platform. Boom, you put your name, your email in. Make sure you're following all of these accounts, Gina's, mine, my corporate LOF one, and Anna's. if you guys are not following on these, we're going to be able to verify. And if you even do win, it's going to be a disqualification. We'll give it to the next person. And if you want bonus entries, you can follow all of our social media accounts, share it with friends, all that good stuff. But yeah. Part of, and I figured what better way to give back. And hey, listen, what I'm also saying, if and when we actually, because I'm at like 1,007 followers right now. So we're like, I have to basically double my followers in the next 24 days to hit the goal. When Gina and I both hit the goal, we're going to do a $1,000 bonus. So like, I'll make it $2,000 for 2,000 followers is my point. If we don't hit it, I'll still do the $1,000, but then I'm going to probably end up doing another $1,000 giveaway. So I'd rather combine the two together, because when we actually do the 2,000 followers, and I do want to do like a kind of big giveaway for that. So what better time if we get 2,000 for all of our accounts? We're going to throw it together. $2,000 will be on the line.
So in this video, we're going over the Meroc mini massage gun. And as the name might insinuate, it's a miniature version of what you would traditionally expect to see from a massage gun. And when I say mini, just smaller in size and stature. Now, to be transparent, while it's still super simple to use, the power on it is proportionately less from my experience. With the mini massager, it does have 3 levels. At the top level, you can hear it right now, it still has great intensity, good percussion, super simple to use. It came charged, which is always a thumbs up to me. And the reason I like this for travel, at your desk, being able to have it in your car, like it's a super easy and convenient option. And again, it has 4 different attachment heads, have everything from the flat to the bullet to the rounded to the specialized prong, has an instruction manual as well to give you all the insight, and then comes with this nice, simple to grab and go carrier. Definitely a thumbs up, y'all, especially if you're on the go.
Shabam. And then Alta V is saying, oh, shucks. Yeah, dude, I'm pumped. Do you do any giveaways? I was looking at your channel before, and when I was sharing it, I'm just curious, like, have you done giveaways yet? Because that's been something that, like, you know, it doesn't have to be $1,000. You could literally do a $1 giveaway. Like, we were like, when I first started doing like duck race giveaways, I would do in every stream, and I do at least $1. Maybe I do $5. Maybe I do $10. Especially when they're sponsored streams, I'll gladly take like $10 of the amount I'm getting for that stream and like reinvest and give it back to you guys, get a gift card, or even have the sponsor. Like, shout out to RDX, one of our sponsors from the past. They actually highlight on our other carousel to highlight some of the products. We give away a jump rope, we give away a $20 gift card. So like, even doing things like that is just like, it really is, I think, helpful for engagement and then adding value and like driving things up. And I'm doing a giveaway when I get to 500 followers. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, give us the deets. Give us all the deets. Yeah, give me all the deets, dude. I'll help push it and share it. And that's like something that Gina and I are talking about. Also, are you in the Amazon Facebook group by any chance? Also, I hope you don't mind me asking these questions. I like to connect with other streamers to see like, hey, what are you doing? What's working? What's not? Sharing like, hey, this is what we got going on. Like, Gina's like, she's my marketing manager. So like, she always has like great network of stuff that I always like to connect her to or connect people with. She can support or not, like whatever works. But it's just, I think it's like we're stronger as a group than like just like individuals who try to like combat with each other. It's like, dude, there's so much, like, think of how many billions of people are on this platform and like how much money's being spent, you know, like the whole, yeah, I'm in the Amazon group. Awesome. So I'm sure like I'll see you post. And that's what I think is cool. It's like, again, we have this like support group, right? Like we can support one another. I'm like, I just think that's such a powerful, awesome thing. It just like gets me excited. But yeah, we're going to keep it rolling here. Going through again the sponsored products. I'm going to bounce back and forth. If you guys have questions, again, drop them in the chat or in the comments, and I'll continue to play the B-rolls, trying to balance out the convo, hang with you guys while we're digging into it too. And then so true, each one can reach one. Yeah, exactly. And then that's why like I like using MyLogi. Have you like played with MyLogi yet? Or like more recently, like I still have to leverage it more and more. I'm using it mostly for the data right now, but even just for like the show building and like the product selection and like connecting it to sponsors and stuff, I'm really excited for that to come with them. Wait for it.
In this video, we're going over the Fidus water bottle. This is a 64-ounce bottle. Again, on the back side, you'll see the actual ounces and milliliters being tracked right here. But here's a cool feature. This is, I'll be honest with you guys, I do think it's cool. Starting at 7 a.m. all the way to 9 p.m., it kind of gives you a gauge of where you should be at or the goal to shoot for each day. And also has some nice like positive affirmations and support going through it. Now, to be transparent, 64 ounces isn't necessarily what everyone should be drinking, right? Maybe you need to be drinking more. Maybe it's a goal to start with less, depending on what's realistic. But this is a great option, especially being at 64 ounces. This is gonna be a great place to start for a lot of people. Plus it has this locking mechanism, which is super cool. So if you're like running or having it in your bag or something like that, you put it up, then when you want it, put it down, unlocks, pops right in, super cool feature. One thing I wanna highlight though for the straw is this has a particular feature on the straw that lets it bend, a little spring mechanism, so it fits right in. Super cool, super functional, and it also is pretty durable from what I've seen so far. And speaking of that durability, having this nice little handle right here is a thumbs up and a bonus. So highly recommend, especially for those that are working on getting hydrated. And I do recommend get multiple of these so you can have them throughout, your house, your car, your office, gym, whatever that's gonna look like. It'll help set you up for success. Thumbs up, y'all.
Ooh, speaking of getting hydrated, we have a lightning deal right now with the initial force adjustable dumbbell. So I wanted to highlight that because it's about like 75, 76% claimed. So I wanted to put you guys onto that before that is all claimed up. So let's play that B-roll. And then again, questions, anything like that, hit the chat.
In this video, we're looking at the initial force adjustable dumbbell. Now, the cool thing about this is it's not only going from 15 to 55 pounds, but look at how we adjust it. You have a turn of the knob and then bam, that's how you're going to be adjusting the weight. And then it literally just slides right out, slide back in. Again, adjust the weight, click it into place, and same thing. Now, one thing I want to show you is how is this working? These two little nodules right here are actually activating as springs or as little presses on these springs right here that are the locking mechanism. So that's what keeps it safe, super easy. From my experience, this handle is the fastest to swap out. Definitely a recommend. Now,
Hey guys, I'm curious if you are noticing on your end too, if it's just on my end maybe, that it's a little choppy and maybe it's either like pausing at a certain point or the audio sounds off. And I think I'm hardwired in, so I don't know if it's the connection. I have too many windows open, but let me know if you guys are noticing that too, if it's just on my end, because I don't want to try and fix something that's not broken kind of a deal. But if you guys are noticing it, I'll play with some of the settings and whatnot. I'm just kind of going through to make sure I don't miss any of the other lightning deals that we might have. And I think that's it. So let's go into the KT or the kinesiology tape. We got the C-Keep kinesiology tape. So this one is like, you'll just see like my favorite feature is like that they're pre-cut too, which is super cool.
In this video, we're going over C-Keep kinesiology tape. This comes with 2 rolls per pack. I want to take one out just to show you guys what it looks like from a sizing, from a color perspective. And the thing about KT tape, it can be so versatile and really beneficial, but I highly recommend, again, talking to a physical therapist or a doctor if you're just using this for your own application, or buying this and being able to bring it to your doctor and physical therapist and letting them be able to tape it up with you, or if they have their own recommendations. This is 2" by 16 feet. And as you can see, when you open it, it's going to have this little sticker on it to be able to keep it together. You can tear away. And then boom, this is going to be your adhesive and sticky side. Now the cool thing is it comes in these little strips. So you're going to have it in these tearaway strips that you can just easily take the adhesive on and put it on the area that you want to support. Definitely a thumbs up, y'all.
And bam. So I was just looking through our emails to see if we had any other questions. Instead of actually a question, I had something come up from one of our media partners. So I'm going to save that for a minute. We won't get into that right now. But let's see what we got next. And dude, I just realized like the 67% off right now for this C-Keep tape, it's only $9.99. Normally it's $30. Whoa. What's up, deals? That gets me excited, guys. Not only like the community and that fun stuff, but sometimes like when there's like a crazy deal, I'm just excited that I get to like share it with you guys. I'm like, yeah, what's up, saving money? especially when we see like, I don't always have like, again, the most kind of bandwidth to allocate towards just the scheduling side of how all the deals work and all that. And that's something we're going to pay more attention to in 2023 or even the fourth quarter this year and going into 2023. And as this, like, again, as I see the revenue stream grow from Amazon for the business, we're able to reinvest and allocate resources to it. So as that happens, like me and Gina have talked about, like, we're bringing on a virtual assistant just for Amazon. Going to help us on that side of it, even doing like with MyLogi and the data analytics and putting the best products together and all that fun stuff, even the deals and being able to save you guys more money is kind of the point. So like, I'm excited to even reinvest resources to save you guys more money too, not just from the capacity and like our community and the conversations we get to have, which is also like something that I think is awesome, but to save you guys money on products that you want, I'm also really excited about. In this video, we're going to be going over the Bestir 44-inch gaming TV stand that's great for the bedroom, the living room, or really anywhere that you're going to want to get your TV and your gaming on. So first, let's look at its setup. This is the lighting, which I think is really cool. There's actually a lot of controls that you can use to alter it, to change it. It also has some great holes in the back that allow you to put all your wires through. You'll see that right back here. And then a remote that comes with it to actually control the lighting. And yep, you guessed it, it doesn't come assembled. So this is me kind of doing a little time lapse, putting it together, piecing it out. And the estimated time was roughly around an hour to an hour and a half. I was able to do it just right in the middle of that, about an hour and 15. And as you can tell, I was doing it by myself. They do recommend having a second person, but you can technically get it done by yourself. And here I'm just kind of bringing it home, piecing it all together. And the thing I like about it is the function aspect of it. Again, very friendly for gaming, for TV, having all those holes you can see on the back end with the wires being able to pass through, as well as the lighting. And again, let's look at the finished product one more time. I think the lighting is my favorite part, and being able to put whatever you want underneath here. I actually have now my Xbox set up there, as well as some just cool memorabilia and things that I go over in my streams, which if you guys see my streams, you'll be able to check it out. With that being said, enjoy, y'all. So this is actually the shelf I have right over here to my left. You guys just don't see anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, it's something that I use on a daily basis at this point. Ooh, let's go into the fun. So like, yo, who remembers the spinner rim kind of like craze? And maybe like, obviously spinner rims are still obviously a thing. People are going to see them, but like very rarely. And I don't know how big of a deal they are, but the spinner ring right here, this thing is an awesome like spin-off. Kind of a pun intended on that one. That to me, like this goes even into like the kind of like overall health lifestyle, but the mental side of it and being able to like focus and using tools, like, because there's something soothing about excuse me, from my experience, allows me to focus more.
So I'm not a huge jewelry person, but this ring's actually really cool. And the coolest thing to me is not only how, like, again, the aesthetics, but like, check out that fidget component to it. You can just kind of like turn that centerpiece. So to me, that's my favorite part of this ring. I always kind of like fidgeting with things, whether it's my ring when I have it on or anything like that. And this is cool to just have that centerpiece be the only one that moves. And then I actually like wore it out for my daughter's birthday. Like, I didn't feel like there was an issue from an aesthetics perspective. Again, I'm not a huge jewelry person, but totally felt good rocking this bad boy. So from like an aesthetics perspective, got the thumbs up from both me and my wife, as well as just like, I'm gonna call it functionality for lack of a better term. I just think it's cool to be able to kind of like just fidget with this bad boy. So that's my 2 cents on it, y'all. Yeah, I give it a thumbs up.
All the thumbs up, everybody. All the thumbs up. Hold on, let's see. Let's pull that down. Bam. Sorry, I'm just like pulling up. Trying to pull up. Oh, download reports. Here we go. Here we go. This is where I can get my custom report on. Should be from. So I have to get one from July. I missed the report because here's like a fun fact, guys. This doesn't seem like a big deal. So even like with some of our partners, the deal that we have with them is like, hey, you're going to pay me commission and like a flat fee, or sometimes just a commission, or sometimes just a flat fee. This particular one is a commission-based fee, but I still have to download the reports and manually send it to them for them to pay me my commission. which isn't the biggest deal. It takes maybe 5 or 10 minutes. It's just another piece of bandwidth. Like, hey, they thankfully, like, shout out to her. I don't even want to give out their information, just I don't know if they're comfortable with that, but shout out to this person for just saying, hey, by the way, we missed your report for July. They could have just like not said anything and like not let me get paid. And like, I would have found out like maybe like at the end of this month and like came back to them, but they were like, good looks is kind of my point. And that's why. Here we go. Boom. Okay. Let's pull up that. And again, if you guys have questions, you know what the dealio is. All right. Let's just download this really quick and then we'll open it. And bam, we'll get into the rest. Ooh, let's see. What do we got now? Ooh, Syncom massage gun. Anytime massage gun. I feel like you can't go wrong with a massage gun. A couple parameters, obviously, but like it's such a great gift. It's a great act of self-care. It's a great thing for your fitness routine, for like anywhere you can. I feel like you could put this in any environment and it'll add value to that environment.
So in this video, we're going to be talking about the Syncom massage gun. As you can see, it's a portable handheld massage gun. Has 5 different settings. It has the switch right here underneath. You're going to turn that on, and then you can use, you'll see the light will light up, and then you can use the button on the back to cycle between settings 1 through 5, increasing in intensity throughout each individual one. Now, my favorite part to the massage gun is not only the portability and the function, but the different attachment heads that it comes with. You have 6 different attachment heads. You can see me, I'll even easily just swap out, turn and pull, and then you can just easily swap it out for another one. So you can have a wide variety of different muscles to hit and different intensities, so you can customize it to what you want and the comfort that you desire.
Shabam. And then Alta Visa, looks like you're saying, yeah, I like the Syncom brand. Yeah. And that's what's cool too, is not just from the massage guns, but from like the actual like leg massagers, hand massagers, eye massagers, like all those different pieces that can add just self-care and value. And like, again, depending on like, here's the interesting thing, as you know, I get more life experience from the health side of it and just like my own experiences and just hearing from different people and talking to different people. The way our body responds to stress is really, really interesting. And everyone can respond slightly different to it, whether it's like we tense up certain muscles, we hold tension there, and then there's a ripple effect from it. So like my point of saying that is like for some of us that holds stress and tension in our muscles because of certain variables, having a massage gun, having an eye massager, having a leg massager can really go a long way. Not just, again, for like this idea of self-care for like upstairs, but even just in like, or like mood regulation, but in your performance, in your professional life, your personal life, if you're an athlete, you know, anything where performance is important, you can see a benefit from, which I think is super cool. And then, you guys have probably noticed, I got my Space Age storage bag containers right here. I have 3 of them. It comes with 3 of the smaller size, and then it has bigger size as well. So you can kind of see size reference point. So you can throw your Ziploc bags in there, have them organized. This is clutch for like meal prep, or like Lena's got snacks or like lunchtime again starting this week at school. So being able to pack, if you have kids, pack their lunches, packing snacks, the portions, this type of stuff is like, it doesn't seem like a big deal, but it's really, really clutch, especially when you have a system around it. And that's what I think is really cool. And this actually, let's go into the Bluetooth or the tablet car headrest or headset rest. This is one I'm using right now on my desk, but it's clutch to use in the car, especially on long road trips. This, when we went to Hilton Head, that was awesome. It's going to come in handy. Even when we went up to New York for a wedding, we've been all over, man. This thing is definitely been clutch, to say the least. Wait for it.
In this video, we're looking at the Lamicall phone mount, but the cool thing about this one is it's a car mounted setup. Now, it doesn't have to just be for the car, but it's kind of designed for that. Now, look at this feature. Here, originally it actually comes, I'm going to show you guys simply how it comes broken apart, where you have these 2 separate pieces. It just kind of pops in right here. You see this little like ball head pops in right here, and we're going to use this little secured feature to kind of anchor it and hold it in. So we just pop that bad boy in. You're going to tighten it, and it's literally that simple, super easy to set up. Now, this goes on the back of the headrest headrest. So you can kind of pinch this and then it spring locks in. So you put this in your car, put it on the headrest. So if you have kids in the back seat or for any passengers in the back seat, maybe your Uber, Lyft, whatever, this can be a great option, or just traveling on long road trips. And then again, this is not only adjustable for any phone, but also tablet as well. So you can play with it, you can angle it, put it in different positions. It's extremely versatile in my opinion, and I'm super excited to continue to test this and try it in different situations. But to be honest with you guys, I've actually been using this more so on my desk along with my other desk stand, but definitely a thumbs up.
And shabam. So what other questions might we have? Y'all talk to me. Hold on. Of course, it's not logging in. Let's refresh this page, see if I can get in here. Come on, Amazon. Work with me. Work with me, Amazon. There we go. All right, cool. So I just got to get my other channels reports. We got the first channels reports. Now let's get the other channel reports. And yeah, y'all. So let's see what else we got from B-rolls, because there's probably let's go over the OBS bot, the phone mounted one. This one's super clutch, man. I was at my some of our fighters' house this weekend that are also coaches at Rogue Combat Club. They're going to be streaming more as well, especially on the LOF channel, and they also have their own Amazon channels. Like, I'm really excited about the stuff we have coming for the fourth quarter of 2022, and then also for 2023, man. We had like just step in the game of doing more giveaways, more sponsored content, just more support for you guys, adding more value, reinvesting what we're kind of getting from all of this. And then, oh, hey, what's up, K Mark Alley? Hi, how you doing? And then, yeah, just like having awesome people like Kelly hanging out, like just building more awesome people in our community, and just like trying to add, again, like more partnership deals so you get more savings, getting more gift cards, getting more products, more brands, more giveaways on not just the gift cards, but like products that you guys want. And then obviously getting you guys deals, getting better kind of like leverage with the brand, saying, hey, and honestly working on having our own seller account to be providing a lot of this fitness stuff ourselves in-house where we can. So you guys are going to be seeing more of that, even from our streamers, our team, but also people that we partner with. I'm really, man, so much exciting stuff to happen, or to come, I should say. And then,
so in this video, I'm going to be talking about the OBS Me phone mount. I love OBS. I have a bunch of their products, and the cool thing about this is the motion tracking feature. I'm going to pause it right here so you can see the camera. This is what it's going to use to actually track you or the target you set it on. I'm turning it on right now so you can see the starting position. You put your phone in for the mount, and it'll track and move with you once you have it set and dialed in. Another cool aspect is the amount of control and versatility it provides. Not only putting your phone in there, but being able to turn it vertically as well as horizontally, and turning it down on the side as well. Speaking of versatility, and last but not least, one of the things I want to touch on is not only the tripod base that you can see here, but the ability to actually collapse that tripod base, turn it into a handheld version if you wanted to hold it and actually be shooting somebody else with the motion tracking feature, or just be able to pack it away and be able to be on the go with it. It creates, again, a lot of versatility and a lot of options for you content creators out there, such as myself. I absolutely love it. I can't recommend it enough, but I'd love to hear from you guys as well.
And shabam. Well, we're just closing out all this stuff. We don't want to save that. Let's remove that. Bam. Pulling that out. So yeah, and the other piece with that tripod part, you can unscrew it and actually screw it onto other tripods as well, as long as it has that 3/4 inch screw, which just, again, provides a lot of versatility to swap it out, trade it out for different kind of angles, setups. And just from a content creator perspective, that's what gets me excited, is the options that provides. Let's make sure this is pasted again. All right, that's probably going to take a minute to paste. We're pasting in the data from the other spreadsheet. Tell me this is actually going to paste. Hopefully it's actually going to. Because I closed out of the thing too. No. We have to open up our downloads, go back. So I can't get excited. I got excited and I like closed stuff out before everything was finalized. All right, now let's go into the Fantic car jumper cable system. So I'll tell you guys a story. Ashley calls me up today and was like, "Hey, and this isn't like directly related." So she had a flat tire instead of dead battery. But the reason I think it's relevant is because obviously we had a spare tire, we have AAA, and I was talking to Johnny Buck about this yesterday. Like, a guy should be able to like change out his tires. Like, listen, I haven't changed a tire in a while, but I know I can. I rely on AAA for most situations, but if I needed to, like, I could make sure I could change my tire, kind of a deal. You know what I mean? So all that to say, having the proper tools when your car breaks down or you get into a situation is clutch, like having a jack, or like for this situation, your battery dies, having a jumper cable system. So like you can jump your own car and be able to just get out of that situation. So with that being said, let's play a little B-roll so you guys can see more on that. And then I got a new one, I think, coming soon too, which I'm excited about. Wait for it. Bam.
In this video, I'm going to be talking about the Fantech Apex charger and battery system. So this is a really cool and very functional tool that is great for, again, obviously jumping your car. Now, the cool thing I've gotten about this that's different than just jumping your car from somebody else's battery is because it's external power source. And when you hook it up, it comes with those jumper cables. It will not damage this as a power source. Potentially in other situations I've gotten from mechanics that if you jump it up to a cable to another person's car, it could potentially actually pull from their battery and not actually jump your car if it's too far gone. So that's just something I wanted to highlight and share with you guys. As you can see, the power source is right here. The cables plug right in on one side. On the other side, you also have a USB plug you can cable and plug it into, along with the lightning cable and power source. So very functional. I really think a versatile piece of equipment. Definitely recommend.
And bam. So let's see what else we got. Oh, we got the Inkbird. What else? I'm trying to see the other products that I have like B-roll for, because then I'm going to go through the rest of the stuff that I actually have here behind me. For example, I talked about the boxing gloves. That one I actually talked about, though. Ooh, let's go into the sauna suit and the waist trainer, because I do have a video on the waist trainer. We'll talk about that. Bada bing, bada boom. Probably going to be streaming for another like 15 or so minutes. And yeah, y'all, and then bring it home. And I'll be back tomorrow doing another stream. Again, another sponsored one. I'm probably be doing a workout, though. Hopefully, we're going to be joined by my boys, Ryan and Luke. And we'll hopefully have some fun stories too, man. Like, they're just awesome people and just great characters, honestly. And just entertaining. As well as just like amazing, genuine, great-hearted people. Let's see, waist trainer. Well-hearted? That's not a phrase, but let's say it is.
And the biggest thing for these waist trainers is I like two components to highlight. All right, I held up one finger. Two things to highlight. One is the ability to help you facilitate sweating. Okay, this is definitely, especially with the inner liner material, it's gonna help you facilitate some sweat, which, if again you want to you have to cut weight for an event, like for my fighter, my combat-based athletes out there, my weight-based athletes, this can be a helpful tool. As well as, again, what I do like is it can be a great like tactile cue, so you can have this, you can kind of hook it in. Has 14 different rows of hooks to hold it in place, and have to worry about like a zipper getting hot or anything like that. Like just rubbing up against you, feeling any kind of awkward. But this can be also a great tactile, physical cue to help. You know what? I don't have the best posture. Let's say this. You put this on, it can help just remind you. I should have that little bit of posture, that little tactile cueing. The one thing I will say when it comes to both that tactile physical cue, whether it comes to like wearing it to get some sweat out of your body, this is not by itself going to magically get you a six-pack though. I will say that. Like, you actually have to still be in a calorie deficit. You still have to like exercise your core. You still have to get that work in. You still have to be mindful of what you're putting into your body and all that fun stuff. But this can be a great tool to help facilitate, again, if you have to lose some water weight for like a weight-based event, for like my combat athletes out there, this could be something you leverage in addition to like a sauna suit or something like that. Or if you want to just have a good tactile cue for your posture at the end of the day, this can be a great option for you. So I highly recommend that. And that's it. Y'all give them a thumbs up.
All right. I'm just making sure. I'm trying to like confirm that this email was sent. Also, Altaviz, I have a question. You don't have to answer this if you don't want to. I'm curious. Do you work with like Wahul or Thrasio or any of the other like sponsorship brands? Or like, do you even do like sponsorship deals? Do you just do like commission based stuff? Like, how do you, and again, you don't have to answer any of this. You don't feel comfortable. I'm just kind of curious. Maybe this is a conversation for like not on a live stream. But I'm just curious because like I'm trying to like optimize the systems I have in place, like to do these reports. Even like if I could have an assistant, which I'm going to start probably doing this month, just having an assistant doing it instead of me doing it, because even though it's like 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there, it's like, I think of it this way. If like, let's say my time's worth $500 an hour, which is, that's like what my consulting time is. And like, really, I don't even like the idea of this is something that someone gave me is like, don't think of your time as an exchange for money, is because as a CEO, like we're trying to create something that's like, you could like, I don't even think about cashing out, but it's like, can add it's like add millions of dollars in value in like 2 years. So it's hard to think of it from an hour perspective. My point is like, listen, my time's worth $500 an hour. If I spend 15 minutes, that's $125, right? So it's like I could pay somebody $20 for that $125 I just spent and use that elsewhere, kind of a deal. And that's been like a big shift from my mindset and how I view things and efficiency and all that fun stuff. So with that being said, let me just make sure that this email was sent and received. From acquired. Right. That's what I was waiting on. Right. All right. Let's see if I do this. I'm curious what happens. I'm going to forward an email to see if it actually if it gets sent to the place I want it to go. So let's find out, y'all. We're going to have a little experiment together. All right. Let's talk about, we got the Inkbird prize. So this one I'm actually going to do a screen share for, because I do have these products, but they're shoppable videos, but I don't have them downloaded on this desktop. So we're going to play the shoppable video from my actual storefront, so you guys can kind of see that perspective. And it looks like it did get sent. Perfect. Good. Okay. So when it gets sent to me, it also sends a failed one because it's going to these recipients or groups. Oh, because it's forwarding to lifeofafighter@gmail.com, but it still goes to me. What do I need? Withholding certificate for pension. I guess I got to fill this out. That's annoying. What's up, tax info? I got to fill out some tax stuff, which is not exciting, but it's all right. On the other end of filling out that information is like money, so that's okay. So let's pull up our videos here. Oh, I got to switch my accounts. Now I'm just talking out loud, y'all. I appreciate you guys just hanging with me as I talk out loud. Navigate you guys through my thought process. How's the evening going, by the way? Yeah, yep, I sure do. That makes sense. Yeah, so, okay, cool. I was just kind of curious if you had like a certain system, and like even like this was a great talking point on one of the calls on like, hey, like how do we organize our stuff, right? Like having them in bins, having the bins labeled, having like ASINs associated with it. So it's like easy to find that stuff. Like I'm at the point now where like I definitely have over 100 products that I've gotten. So like closer to 200 products. So it's like, man, now I'm appreciating like when you have hundreds and hundreds of products, and some of them maybe I'll just sell, but like I want to be able to hold and go back to them and maybe do giveaways or like refilm stuff or do updated stuff or feature them in live streams. And like being able to have it and easily access it is like, I'm about to just get a storage unit and just pay like a monthly storage unit just to have all my stuff there, and then rotate it out for like one season for another season. Cause like certain things like I don't know, like summer stuff is not like summertime stuff I'm not going to talk about in the wintertime, kind of a deal. So it's like rotating that stuff out to have it accessible when I need it, but beyond that, maybe not. All right. So now what do we've got? We're going into the Inkbird. So let me pull up our thermometer gun. We're going to find it. So yeah, what's been your favorite part, if you don't mind me asking, Altaviz, about like streaming? Like, how did you even find out about it? I'm always curious because like the only reason I found out about it was like my cousin Gina told me like, hey, you should apply for this and you can like get sponsorship fees and do all this fun stuff. And like, it's actually been like, I'm glad I do, because I genuinely enjoy this and hang out in the community and the talk side of it. So I'm always curious like how other streamers either got onto the platform, find out about it, like what kind of content they're into, like what do they like creating. Just me being nosy. All right, let's see. Where is... I probably passed it. Oh, there it is. Shabam. Let's get our screen share on here, y'all. Let me know. Hopefully the video won't be all choppy.
In this video, we're looking at the Inkberg Plus fruit thermometer. Now, the cool thing about this is a huge thing I always like to see from products. This actually came with the battery included. So when you pop it open right here, you can see this little kind of like nodule or indent on both sides. That's where you're going to just basically swing open for the battery. You can see the battery right here, pops right in, close it on up, and then there we go. So you have the option to go between Celsius and Fahrenheit. Now the cool thing I like about this is also the modes and the different settings you can set it to here. But a simple trigger. Now the cool thing you're going to see on the wall, it has a nice little like red dot scope, and then you can see temperature pops right up pretty much instantly. Definitely a cool and easy to use thermometer option.
All right, so now we'll also go into the wireless pool thermometer too, which is like, could be for a pool, but you could also use it for like bathtub or any kind of like body of water, as Gene described, which I was like, that's a good description. I like that.
In this video, we're going to be talking about the Inkberg pool thermometer combo setup. So this is the thermometer that's going to be going into the pool, and this is the device you're going to be getting your readings on. Now, clearly, I don't have it actually in the water right now because, to be honest, where I am, it's a little cold, so our pool is not set up right now. But it's still a very cool device that you don't actually have to use for just the pool. You can also technically use it for your bathtub if you want to check out water, a hot tub, anything like that, or even your kids' pool. This is going to sync up. It does not come with batteries. This is going to take AAA batteries. You're going to have that separate. And this comes with the battery pack inside. You just screw this top off, and it'll open up. Pretty easy, honestly, to use instead of literally just turning it on and you're good to go.
Shabam. Easy enough, right, y'all? That's not bad. Let's see what else we got here. What are some other stuff that is going to play B-roll for? So I think the only other thing I have here, talked about the main massage gun, talked about that. We just have the GRT and Uni Libra sheets or the mattress protector. So again, I actually have them right here behind me. What's up? Perfect timing and display. So this is like where I do like having the live display of the product too. And something like I like B-roll because it can show different angles that maybe you can cut quickly and things like that you may not be able to highlight. But having it right here is just, I think, cool and tangible and fun as well. From the Uni Libra to the GRT we have as well. And one of the things that so I always like to look at not only what it says on the label, but what's the even intent, purpose, and value behind it, like in a real life scenario, real life application. So for example, I'm going to paint you guys a picture. Let me actually go over to, with our GRT, the baby crib mattress protector and topper. Plus that's 44% off right now, which I have right over here. My point of saying that is, if you guys are parents, or if you've ever had to watch a young newborn or relatively young baby, you're probably familiar with this idea of a blowout, right? Or they go to the bathroom, poops going up out of the diaper, up their back. It's disgusting, but it's the reality, right? So then here's the thing I think about now in hindsight, after seeing this kind of experience, and now thinking about on this side of it, the product side. You then have to think about your actual mattress. Even if you have sheets on it, it's probably getting through the sheets and soaking into the mattress. And then you got to think about all right, how am I going to clean my mattress with human feces on it or whatever it is? Let's even say you spill coffee or water. Then you're going to worry about bacteria and just mold and mildew and just that kind of gross stuff. So having a mattress protector, something you could take off and not have to worry about, and then you could clean that or just get rid of it or whatever you want to do. I'm not saying get rid of it because again, that's kind of throwing out money quite literally. But I guess that's what we're doing with the diapers. My point being is that's a real life scenario and application to it. I think that just gives you real context to the value that it can provide. And then even for not only kids, but for your adult, queen size. And that's the one I have right here. Not only is great for, again, stains, being waterproof, having a reduction in noise. But here's another one. Let's say even just for what is it? Dust mites. Sorry, I wanted to make sure I was saying the right thing. For dust mites or any kind of that side of things, like bed bugs, working in the medical space and also working in a geriatric program where you have to think about people that may not be regularly like showering and taking care of themselves hygiene wise, then thinking about like, dude, having this kind of stuff. Not saying that even if you are being hygienic, like let's say you have a guest over and they're just traveling and they're hygienic, but like they're just traveling and then they like there's something that they're bringing into bed. Like it helps separate, again, protect quite literally your mattress. So think about all the things that you might want to protect it from. That to me just gives it like another aspect or an application. But anyways, I think that's pretty much it, yo. I'm just gonna like go through, see if there's anything I missed, highlight the other stuff. But now I'm just gonna hang out for a couple minutes, guys. I'll kind of go over any questions you have, but I just want to highlight everything, make sure I didn't miss anything, and just appreciate again, Puerto Rican Ash. Thanks for always hanging out. Jen, it was great seeing you. I'll hit you up for Vegas, Alto V's. I appreciate you hanging out. Kmart Kelly, and just through the chat, just throwing in thing. I missed Isaiah. Isaiah said, hey, and I missed it altogether. Dang. I'm just missing out on all the pieces. That's my bad. I always feel bad too, because like, and then Eric for stopping by before, like, I hate being live and like not, I like, especially if you guys are going to say something in the chat, I want to make sure that you are acknowledged. And I like to just like, hey, like that's a conversation, man. I want to have and like talk to you and hear from you. But so yeah, that's my spiel. That's my 2 cents. I think that's going to be it, y'all. I appreciate you guys just hanging out with me. Again, get your self-care. This is your, like, my PSA is like, this is your self-care reminder. Gina's taking self-care tonight. Good for her. We'll be back next week with our regular schedule. Maybe we'll even do another stream later this week together and just do something like from either a workout or a podcast style or whatever we got. We'll be back next week as well with the Real Family-ish. I'll be back tomorrow with another sponsored stream, probably a workout one, or I might even do the workout not on stream with my friends, Ryan and Luke, get a session in with them. Hopefully we'll live stream that. We'll see though. I'll see what's going down with them because, I want to make sure they're going to be on board with it too. I don't want to just ambush somebody like, hey, we're going to do a live workout tomorrow. But by the way, it's also like live streaming on like a platform to thousands of people. Not always the coolest move, as long as someone knows it, that's totally a different thing. Right. But yeah, trying to think what else going through my emails. Yeah. Just kind of, now I got to take care of some tax paperwork. Yes. But again, that's the, it's funny, man, being a kid, I would like pretend to be an accountant doing people's taxes and stuff and like having a desk and like having a calculator and having that stuff. I wanted that so bad as like a 3 or 4-year-old. Now it's like, man, like I think about my life and like all the things I wanted to create for myself as a kid, I have, but it's interesting because for a very long period of time, like over the last year, maybe 6 months, I've really made more of a conscious effort to appreciate all the things I've created for myself and that it's come into my life. My wife's helped create, my family's created and supported, and like all the amazing people I have, but like, especially being able to realize like and manifest your dreams, right? Like my thing, like the 3 things I want: pro athlete, business owner, Ninja Turtle. Pro athlete, check. Being a professional fighter. That also to me, like being a martial artist and a professional fighter also makes me feel like a Ninja Turtle. So I kind of check off the Ninja Turtle box. And then, I've had a business for 11 years now. And then the cool thing is like having a profitable business, which, especially into like heading into a recession, things like that. Like, dude, I take for granted. I graduated high school in 2005. I went to college and was getting out of college. I didn't even graduate college. I left in 2008. No, I left in 2010 to go to Vegas, which is like right when we were hitting to like crushing economy, the big recession, right? From like what 08 to 11 or in that 11 to 13 window. And then like trying to make it as a fighter. I started a business in 2000, like right during the Great Recession. Like, so I didn't care. Like, I just didn't care about any of that stuff. I was like, this is what I'm doing. I'm doing it. I'm going to put a plan together. I'm going to make it happen. And like, it's kind of the idea is like being able to stop and come up for air now and realize like, hey dude, I'm not drowning. Like, it's okay. Like we're okay. It's nice to kind of, but then it's also like get back in the water, keep swimming, keep grinding, keep going. Like I live for this, man. Like this is like when Ashley and I had Lena, it's like, that was like our first child. Right. But to me, I told Ashley, like the business was really my first thing I ever created. Right. And it's like, obviously you can't compare it to a person and a human and your children, but it's like, that was the first time she had ever created something like to me, even the business is a different thing. It's like, I created this. Like, this is something I created from up here into the real world. Like that, which I think is just super cool. Is it like my internet getting kind of squirrely? What's going down over here? I think that's my cue, y'all. I think that's going to be my cue to play. I'm going to play the Real Family-ish podcast, but I'm going to play it as an outro, even though technically it's the intro, and then I'll play our actual outro. Bam. All right. Cheers, y'all. I'll see you guys tomorrow.